What's up, guys? Hope you're well. It's time to learn Take On Me by Aha. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, no, it's Mind Diamonds. All right, and then put your arm in your shirt like this. Hey, Towns. This song is actually deceptively difficult, so make sure you're very patient when working on this. Also, make sure you've gone and done all the eighth note bass drum grid videos. Those will really help you out here. If this gives you trouble, if it's frustrating, go back, reset, go through that stuff. Make sure you really know it. Then when you come back here, it's much more enjoyable because you can just play what you hear. All right, grab your sticks. Let's get going. All right, so the intro, we're just gonna play a 2-bar phrase 6 times. Okay, bass, snare, bass, snare. In the second measure, on count 3, you play 3 and on the bass. Just a way to kind of mix it up a little bit so it doesn't get stale. All right, just don't be thrown by it. Hi-hat, you can just really play eighth notes. All right, in the recording, you hear some samples, there's different accents and stuff going on. You know how I feel about hi-hat work. You can spend time working on that, absolutely. Right, but bass and snare is where it's at. That's really what you need to work on, and that's really what's going to make it enjoyable when you play along. So I'd stick with eighth notes. This is also going to be this works on your right foot independence. The other grids that we've done, it's eighth notes on the right hand, snare drum on 2 and 4 in the left. Okay, so this is like a extension of those exercises. It's just fun, and it's a song that you know. So let's try the first section. Here we go. This next section is when you hear the keys, the high-pitched keys come in, okay? It's still 2-bar phrase, okay? So the second measure, you're gonna take out, you'll play 3 and on the bass, okay? But in the fourth measure, you'll just play downbeat of 3, okay? It's just a way to kind of, once again, it feels like, you know, they're trying to trick you, but it's just a way to kind of mix it up and so that this beat doesn't get stale. All right, so let's try it. Come on, let's go. All right, so this next section, 4-bar phrase, play it 3 times. That equals 12, hashtag math. All right, be careful of that fill leading into it because you play snare on 3 and, bass on 4 and, then going into 1 and 2 with the bass. That means I play 5 notes in a row on my right foot. You may not be able to do that right now, okay? That's cool, all right? If you strengthen your leg, like if you do calf raises, or if you put your, when you're watching TV or watching YouTube, put your foot on a Nerf ball and push down just for however long you can. That will help develop the soleus and the calf so that you can, really move your foot quickly. So just realize that that's not a quick fix, and that's cool. Now, playing this groove, just make sure that you listen to the bass. right? The bass synth in the recording, that's all you're really copying, okay? And we're just keeping our hands the same. If this is too much, go back and do the bass drum grids, the 8th note bass drum grid. Go back and do that, right? This can be frustrating, and that's cool. Just make sure that you're being nice to yourself and that you have realistic expectations. So you can always go back to those videos, get some confidence, and then come back to this and overcome it. All right, let's try it. Let's go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so now the pre-chorus, you're just gonna play, it's a 4-bar phrase, you'll play it twice. It's 4 on the floor, meaning bass on every downbeat, except the first measure, I'd add the and of 1. Okay, that's it. Just a nice little way to kind of mix it up. And that goes like this. All right, now this part of the song, the tempo stays the same. It sounds like you literally are half as fast as before. This is halftime, meaning that the quarter note is not splitting bass and snare. Bass usually goes bass, snare, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that means the half note is now splitting bass and snare. So the snare will actually play on count 3. All right, it can mess with you. It's cool. This is just a cool way to mix up the song. And also, once you learn how to switch back and forth between 4/4 and halftime, that really, when I learned how to do that, that unlocked a lot up here. Okay, so this is a great exercise and being able to switch like boom, boom. You only play 4 measures in halftime, and then you're back to grooving in 4/4. So it's a very short departure. Make sure you're on your toes and you're ready for this one. Here we go. Let's try it. All right, once you get out of the halftime, you have 4 more bars of just the 4 on the floor. Measures 3 and 4, you're actually going to play 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 on the bass. It's just a way to show you're escalating the song, right? And then you go back down to the verse. You've already learned how to play that groove. So now it's just a matter of knowing when to repeat what you've already learned. So that's it. You got it. Remember, if this is too tough, go back and work on the bass drum grid. 8th note or 16th note. It will help your dexterity. It'll help your coordination. Okay? Then come back to this. All right? That's something you should already know how to do. If not, go know how to do it. Right? But then once you know how to do that, it's also a big confidence boost. You can go back and play that video, right? And then come back to this, because this is going to be a challenge. But this is the stuff you really want to be able to do. You have to have one before the other. So be patient, pay attention to detail, have fun. Oh yeah, Stinky Fabrizi. I don't have a Stinky Fabrizi. I'm going to eat crawfish and throw darts today. And those are like two of my favorite things. So that's it. Be safe, be well, wash your hands. Later. All right, try that again. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Nailed it. That's enough. All right, the next section. Okay. I messed it up. Whenever you work. Okay, come on. You got it. Let's go. Carol Baskin created this weird echo in this room. I'm telling you, Carol Baskin created the reason there's a weird echo going on, and I can't figure out what it is because Carol Baskin.